Have you ever wondered what it'd be like to travel through time? Not just to watch history, but to feel it? Let me take you through 5 strange moments that history forgot to teach us. My first stop? Ancient Egypt. The Sphinx still had its nose. Despite popular myth, Napoleon didn't destroy it. It was broken centuries earlier by a religious fanatic. Then I appeared in France, face to face with a man in an iron mask. Not fiction. He was real. No one knew his identity for over 30 years. Suddenly, I was on a battlefield, but under attack by rabbits. Napoleon once planned a hunt, but the bunnies, thinking it was feeding time, swarmed him. I blinked, and I'm in a 1940s British pub. A man beside me is glowing radioactive. Klaus Fuchs, physicist and spy, leaked the atomic bomb secret to the Soviets. One last jump. A doctor dissects a body, and it moans. Not fiction. The man was still alive. People feared being buried alive so much, they invented coffins with bells. Then came the Roman Empire. I found myself in a golden palace while Rome burned in the distance. Emperor Nero, he was playing music. They say he fiddled while Rome burned. And the creepy part, he might have started the fire himself, just to rebuild the city in his name. Next stop, Boston, 1919. At first I smelled something sweet. Then boom, a massive tank of molasses exploded, flooding the streets. It moved at 56 kilometers per hour and crushed everything. People were stuck in syrup, and some didn't survive. In Zanzibar, I dropped into what looked like a war zone, but it ended almost as fast as it started. In 1896, Britain and Zanzibar fought the shortest war in history, just 38 minutes. One side had rifles, the other, mostly spears. Then I was floating. Space. And beside me, a dog. Her name was Laika, the first animal to orbit Earth. The Soviets sent her in 1957, but they had no plan to bring her back. A dog sacrificed for the stars. Just when I thought I'd seen it all, I landed in a military academy. A snowball hit me, then another. It was a snowball riot. And in the middle, a young Napoleon Bonaparte. He once led a snowball battle so fierce, it injured kids and destroyed furniture. The watch buzzed again, and I landed in 1942 London. It was quiet, too quiet. Then I noticed people sleeping with helmets on. Why? Because someone was breaking into homes just to cut people's hair. They called him the Phantom Barber. No one ever caught him. Suddenly I was in a church, but something was wrong. They weren't burying a pope. They were digging him up. In 897 AD, Pope Stephen VI put his dead predecessor on trial. He dressed the corpse, sat it on a throne, and shouted at it in front of a horrified crowd. Next, 1970 Oregon. A giant dead whale washed ashore. No one knew how to move it, so they blew it up with dynamite. The result? Chunks of whale rained from the sky. Cars were crushed. People ran for their lives. Back in the 18th century, I saw a king toss a coin. Not for fun, but for life and death. King Charles XII of Sweden let 2 officers decide who would be executed with a coin toss. The loser was beheaded immediately. Then silence. I stood where a city once was, Centralia, Pennsylvania. In 1962, a fire started underground and never stopped. It still burns today. The town became a ghost city. People just vanished. In 1944, I walked into a U.S. Navy office and saw the name William Hitler. Yes, Hitler's nephew fought for America against his uncle. He hated what Hitler became and enlisted to stop him. I arrived in the 1630s Netherlands. People were screaming and trading tulips. 1 tulip bulb could buy a mansion. It was the first recorded economic bubble. And just like that, pop, people lost everything over a flower. And now, I'm here. The watch, still ticking. If history taught me anything, it's this. The past is stranger than fiction, but it's also trying to warn us. Maybe we just have to listen.